What's up, all you nerds? My name's Leslie Smith. Welcome to the Nerdy Narrative. I like reading things, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and manga, a little nonfiction. Oh, ring that bell, comment, like, subscribe. If you want to share it with your friends, that would be great. Hey! In today's episode of fun, I am bringing to you the Fave, Festive Family Films book tag. This is an original tag created by Kayla from krakentoagoodbook, and she tagged me in this one, and so I had to do it. It's just perfect for the holidays. My camera battery is about to die, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. The first prompt: Elf. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. What's a book that makes you smile? That's going to be Words of Radiance by Sanderson. I enjoyed this book so much. It's my favorite of the Stormlight archives. It's probably my favorite Sanderson book to date. But this one, I just remember smiling or outright laughing the entire time I read it. And for a book that is this thick, that's saying something. Let's see. The next movie prompt is The Muppet Christmas Carol. A blue furry Charles Dickens who hangs out with a rat. Charles Dickens was a 19th century novelist. What's one of your favorite adaptations or retellings of a story? This could be a book to movie adaptation, a fairy tale retelling, etc. That's going to be the Expanse series. What's funny is I actually started watching the television series of the Expanse before I even knew that they were books. I love the show, huge fan of the show. And how I found out that there were books, the first one was a Shelf Space book club pick one month. I read it, and what I found out is the show was adapted almost 100% perfect from the book to the TV series. So I was a huge fan. Reading it after watching the show, I pictured all of the characters. It was like a rewatch of the show in my mind's eye as I read. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to continuing the series because you can bet I'm going to read all the books now. Alright, next movie prompt is The Grinch. You're a 3-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce. Who is one of your favorite book villains? I'm going to go into the world of the Banished Lands, Faithful and the Fallen series. That would be Nethair. I actually love Nethair. Nethair is a villain who doesn't know he's a villain. He's actually a good person who was just influenced by bad people. As a result, I was constantly rooting for him. And I'm not going to tell you what happens because if you haven't read the series, it's one you need to read for yourself and see what happens. Nethair, definitely hands down my favorite villain. Let's see. Next movie prompt is SpongeBob Christmas Special. This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. What was one of the first books you read in one of your favorite genres? One of my all-time favorite genres, fantasy. And my gateway book to the fantasy world is The Eye of the World. Now, I have read fantasy prior to Eye of the World. In junior high, I read Tolkien, all that sort of thing. The books of Narnia. But this is the one that cemented my love for the genre. And this is actually the copy that I purchased way back up in the 90s when I started the series. This is the original book. I'm not going to read it anymore because when I reread it earlier this year, when I opened it, the entire prologue hit the floor. I am replacing the collection with hardbacks, but I'm not getting rid of my original mass market paperbacks because they are treasures. Next movie prompt, A Christmas Story. A major award. Name a book you love that has won an award. Example, Hugo Awards, Locus Awards, Pulitzer Prize, etc. I went with a Locus Award winner, Gideon the Ninth by Tamsyn Muir. Absolutely love this series. I did reread this recently in the audiobook format by Moira. She brought this story to life. When I read the book for the first time, there's so many characters I got confused as to who was what because sometimes she would refer to them by their names, sometimes just their house name and title. I got confused, but the narrator actually gave them all different voices, and she just brought them to life and made them sound different, if that makes sense. And I was able to keep track of them much better. So that wasn't a distraction for me when I reread it with listening to it. But yeah, absolutely enjoyed it. The humor, the interactions between the two main characters are just one of my favorites that I've read about this year. Next up, we have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Jelly of the Month Club. What's a book you are excited to read that turned out to be a disappointment? Yep, I am still salty about what Jim Butcher did to me with Battlegrounds. I was looking forward to it so much. The Dresden Files is one of my favorite all-time series. And, you know, I do understand that out of 17 books, you're going to have one you like the least. And for me, it took 17 books to find that one, so I shouldn't be too upset. But I am upset. I'm still not over it. I probably won't get over it until I get the next book. So Jim, hurry up, man. Make this right. Make this right. Repair this. And the next movie prompt, Bad Santa. Should I fix you some sandwiches? Name a character who's optimistic or wants to help others. I have to go with Rock from the Stormlight Archives. If you have read the Stormlight Archives, you're already sitting there nodding your head like, yep, that is exactly the type of person that Rock is in that story. He is just amazing. If you haven't read the Stormlight Archives, Rock is exactly what his name says. He is a rock for his Bridge 4 family. He is the one that brings them together. Every night he makes a stew for his comrades to sit around the fire and just eat and just give them a chance to relax with a warm, full belly. I mean, food is definitely the way to my heart. Next prompt, the Santa Claus. Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. What is something from a book you wish were real? Yep, Nightblood. I love Nightblood. Nightblood is one of my most favorite. I'm just going to go ahead and say he is my favorite sentient thing. And I want to tell you more, but in case you haven't read all of the Cosmere books, I'm not going to say anything. I wouldn't want to spoil that for anybody in the world, but a lot of you know that there is something relating to Nightblood that is probably one of the most exciting moments of the year for me. I don't know that I'll ever forget how I felt in that moment. And the next movie prompt is The Nightmare Before Christmas. There's frost on every window. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. And in my bones, I feel the warmth that's coming from inside. What's a book that is perfect to read in winter? That is any book. I don't have any type of books that I do like seasonal reading with. If you had to make me nail something down, I would say manga. I love manga. I have just gotten into the habit where I read a volume a day. Anything that is funny and just has good, loyal friendships, humor, like One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist, they just give me a warm feeling and make me laugh. So I would definitely say if you need something to read during the month of December or the holidays that give you a warm and cozy feeling, I would definitely suggest manga. One Piece, the Alabasta arc, the Water 7 arc, and all of Full Metal Alchemist. And then the final movie prompt, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Didn't I ever tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles bounce. What's one of your favorite creatures from a book? I'm one of those. I love all of the animal companions, whether it be a horse, a wolf, a larkin, a dog, especially a dog, talking cats, you name it, I'm there for it. And then the bonus prompt is, what is your favorite Christmas holiday movie? And for me, it's Christmas Vacation. That is the first holiday movie I watch every year. This year I had it on while I was putting up the downstairs Christmas tree. It never fails to make me laugh. I don't care if I know every line. I am going to watch it. Anytime the theme song comes on the radio, I am cranking that sucker up, singing it at the top of my lungs. So guys, the camera battery is about to die. It was a race to beat the clock to get that up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tag. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.